Could have saved some ticks at the end, but it was not worth risking the extended hit window fret trick. That took way too long to hit that fifth act. There we go, 291k on the demo, which is pretty cool. This is the first time I think ever I have squeezed without hyperspeed, and not too fun. Strangely, on Act 2 it wasn't really noticeable, didn't really make a big difference. And as far as I know, that fifth act, like, my extended hit window muscle memory, especially on descending hopos lately, has just been kind of garbage, so the hyperspeed could have... Okay, I forgot that happens on here. That's kind of funny. It's not like this saves anything, so it doesn't matter. And back to the menu we go. So yeah, anyway, I don't really know if my struggles with that fifth act had much to do with hyperspeed, but it also made timing the fifth act back end pretty difficult, because you just don't have a good tell on the early hit window when the notes are so cramped together on the fretboard. And the solo really didn't cause me much of any issues with a hyperspeed either, which when I did miss in it very occasionally, it was always because I was hitting stuff early, which is kind of surprising because I came across this through Moose's videos, and he said that it was hard to play this because there was a delay, he felt like, and so to me this feels exactly like vanilla GH2. Although the one remnant of GH1 in this demo's DNA seems to be the gems. They look much more GH1-like, if not just straight ripped from that game. They're more glossy, but everything else seems to be GH2, including the score when you activate star power. I really liked the GH1 version of that, where it was turned blue along with the multiplier, but yeah, even that was updated. But yeah, speaking of red flame overlapping that fifth act front end, I was actually pretty curious whether you would be able to activate star power and activate the note on the same frame, because as far as I know that's how it works in GH1, but clearly through the struggles I had that was not the case. And it's kind of weird, when I was reviewing the axe back, I don't remember ever really seeing this in vanilla GH2/80s, but it seemed like I was getting points for the activation of that yellow front end before the fret showed up, which was pretty strange. It's probably just a visual quirk, like they delayed the input latency by an extra frame or something, I don't know. Definitely could have got a lot better ticks on this. I didn't really try for them at all. On Act 1 I didn't go for any. Trying to time that reverse tick act without hyperspeed just felt like impossible, and it was just getting really irritating occasionally missing that act because I couldn't time anything around it properly. And on the last act there, like I said, I could have held on to way more ticks by using the extended hit window fret trick. I honestly may have been able to beat my on-disc score, which would have been pretty funny. I don't know if there are any chart changes. Nothing stood out to me, but there's always like sustains could be a tick or two shorter or whatever. So, I don't know.